Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017 with the Rude Man, and we are back on Rattlesnake, and it's been a couple weeks. I apologize. It's been a couple weeks since I've played, so I need to figure out what I was doing on this farm. So let's run around and see what we've got going. Okay, it looks like we were plowing here. We're almost done. Let's finish this off. Now, this is going to take a little while. I apologize again for that, too, because this tractor is not even close to being big enough to pull this plow. Not even. So, if you can see, it's going to take me a minute to get to the end of this field. Unfortunately, I don't think I can hire a worker here. They just won't do it. I don't know why. It's just the end of the field, but I can try. Let's see what happens if I try to hire somebody. Oh, by golly. Is he going to do it? Cool. Who is this? All right, Lee. Lee's going to do it. You go, boy. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he quit. Yeah, that's the problem I was going to have. They don't like doing it. So let's see. For some reason, I don't know why, there's some kind of trigger here, an AI trigger. See, Andy doesn't want to do it either. Nope, they don't want to do it. We're going to have to do it by hand. But before we do that, let's run out and see what else we were doing. We've got this guy working. Let's see. Well, let's get this guy started and see what he's doing. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. It looks like he's got a course going. I don't know which one, but let's take a look. He doesn't want to go. All right, I can't remember what was going on here, so I'm just gonna delete this. Well, it isn't actually deleting it. I say that all the time. It's just turning it off. But I've got a couple of courses here. Let's get him going. Oh, what have we got here? What is going on here? Well, let's get this guy out of the way. If you remember, I just finished selling all my crops that I had. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's see what I've got here for crops. Yeah, I sold all my wheat, so I'm done. He's coming back from that job, so we're just going to park him over in the lot here. Let's just run him into this lot right here, and we'll just park him right here just for now. I don't know what else to do with him. Let me get out of this, put my speed boots on, and do I have my... Yes, I do. Okay, I got my hayloft in. Let's get this straw to the hayloft, and then we'll go out and get the rest of it. I think that field 15 we were working on. So let's run this fella up into the field. Get rid of this straw and get him back into the field. If I can drive straight with him. Do I have weights on this? No, I do not. I need weights for this. Alright, so let's start our course here. Let's see. We need to grab a harvest course. So we're going to do harvest field 15. And before I do that, though, let me make sure. Yes, I am on field work. So we're going to grab harvest field 15 right there. We're going to get out of that. We're going to come back in. And we're going to go to straw. And we're going to go... I misspelled YouTube. Sorry about that. I spelled it YouTube. YouTube, and I didn't want to fix it because I just didn't want to. I'm just going to call it YouTube. But the reason I have two field 15s here is because I'm playing two different save games. I'm playing one for fun, and then I'm playing one to do YouTube. Well, unfortunately, since it's two separate saves, when I put the hayloft in here, on the one that I'm playing for fun, the grate is way over here. And so when I made a course, of course, it wasn't dropping the straw where it needed to go, because on this version, this save game, I put it over here. So it's just off a little bit. So I'm not gonna move this. I've got straw in it already. I don't want to move it. I'm pretty sure I do. Pretty sure I've got straw in there already. So I don't know if I want to move it. Plus it costs me money. Let's see. Yeah, see, I've got a little bit of straw in there. I'm just going to leave it. So I have 2 courses here. So I'm going to choose this one that says U-Tub, because I think that's the proper one. And then let's just line it up here and see if this is going to work. And who we have working here? John Tice is working today, hauling some straw for us. And I think this is set now. It's going to go back to field 15 and keep going. Kind of, well, it's not gonna, because I stopped it, it's not going to start where I left off, is it? It's early in the morning for me, Monday morning. I've been gone for the last couple of weeks. I am back now. Apologize for that. You all know probably by now what happened, and so hang on. Soup du jour this morning. Since it's early in the morning, I didn't have breakfast. I had a cup of tea earlier, but I'm kind of hungry, and I don't want to eat anything right now. I'm waiting for lunch. So I popped open a V8 because, dang, I could have had a V8. So the soup du jour is V8. For those of you that don't know what V8 is, it's a vegetable juice. So it's made up of vegetables, tomatoes and celery and whatever, carrots. I don't know what all's in there, but it's a vegetable drink. It's supposed to be good for you. Who knows? I'm getting to the point where nothing in life's any good for you anymore. So I'm waiting. Let's go out and see. We've got this guy. He's done out here, and he's just waiting. And I've got some straw here to pick up. These 2 on the end here, I think I'm going to probably bypass because I want to get this done. I got to get this field seeded. It looks like we left off here somewhere. Where did we leave off? Let me get up here and see exactly where we left off. Right here. We left off right here going that away. Okay. Let's go find our worker bee. Wherever he may be. And then I've got to do that. I'm going to have to do that manually, I think. So John's heading back to the field. I got to wait till he gets there, because if I don't, he's going to start at the first and he's just going to run back and forth until he gets to where he left off. So that's kind of a waste of time. It's not very efficient. I'll wait till he gets up there, and then we'll set him where he needs to be. Matter of fact, I could probably stop this right here and get up here. Yeah, I do need to get a weight for this. I think the tractor's being a little wishy-washy on me because there's not weight on the front. Never know. It's my theory. I'm sticking to it. Okay, so yeah, if I just told him to go, he'd start way over here, and he'd take him an hour to get back where he needed to be. This field is so big. I thought this tractor went faster than this, but I guess it doesn't. I may have a little bit of lag, a little bit of trouble here. I am running a very major program in the background that's taking a lot of my CPU. So far, I haven't noticed too much on the game, but if it happens, that's what's going on. I'm behind on my videos, and so I've got something rendering in the background. That takes a lot of CPU power. All right. We got Raymond Leduc behind the wheel. So let's go over and get this guy going. Lower this and start to plow. Yeah, this poor tractor, it's gonna struggle to get there. It's snowing out right now. The sun is shining. That's amazing. It's just bright out in the front yard. I've got my webcam hanging out the window. It's just bright, sunny out, and it's snowing. That's amazing. It was hailing earlier. We got about half an inch of hail. It was freezing rain before that. All kinds of weather today. I told you in the last episode, I think it was Big Valley, that we got home from Yakima Valley. It's a 7-hour drive, and we made it over one mountain pass. And it was early in the day. It was about, 11 o'clock in the morning. And it was supposed to be snowing up there, but it wasn't. It was sunny and, well, semi-sunny. It was a little bit cloudy, but it wasn't too bad. And we actually didn't run into any weather at all. The roads were dry, and everything was just hunky-dory until we got closer to home. And, of course, by then, the drive was so long that it was dark. And there's a small pass between Portland and the coast on Highway 26, and it was snowing. And it had been snowing for a couple of hours, and we saw about I think 4 cars all together in the ditch, and there were wreckers and state patrol all over the place trying to help these people out, and we were just continuing on trying to get home. And unfortunate when and it doesn't matter whether you're on the coast or not, wherever you're at when the weather turns, especially that kind of weather, rainy, that kind of weather, the clouds are full of water. And if it's completely cloudy and raining and the sun goes down, it is dark. You don't have any starlight, you don't have any moonlight. It's just dark. And because it's snowing, you can't see the painted lines on the road. And a lot of people just do not slow down, especially in this area. We don't get a lot of snow. I don't have snow tires. We don't own them. It doesn't snow. Generally, maybe every other winter we might get a dusting of snow that melts as soon as it hits the ground almost. And so it's not very common for us to get that kind of snow. And people are silly. They just don't know how to drive in it. They just don't. And they don't slow down. And, of course, then they buy all-wheel drives, and they think that's the solution for everything. They think they're driving a snowmobile if they've got all-wheel drive. So, again, they don't slow down. All-wheel drive is a good thing for bad weather. But it doesn't mean that if there's ice and freezing rain that you're not going to slide just because you have four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. If you don't know how to drive in it, and the thing of it is these people, when they'll be going too fast, they'll get a little bit of a slip, and what's the first thing they do? Slam their brakes on. Well, that's the last thing you want to do in that kind of weather. And if you lose traction, you want to kind of coast through it and steer. You don't add more power or slam the brakes on. As soon as you do, all-wheel drive the braking system they have nowadays is good, but you're still going to slip. You're still going to slide. You're still going to go off the road if you don't know what the heck you're doing. It doesn't necessarily have to do with braking either. If you accelerate too fast, you're going to do the same thing. Anything that you do to the car speed-wise, either accelerating or braking, if you do it suddenly, is going to break your traction on slick roads. So you have to be really careful that everything is done gently. If you start slipping, you don't slam the brakes on, because you're going to break your traction and you're going to go into a spin and you're not going to get out of it. And people panic. And once they've broken that traction, they panic and they really hold the brake down, and they do nothing but slide. That's all they're doing. They can't even steer out of it now because they got the brakes locked. So we saw 4 or 5 cars out in the ditch and said a couple prayers and kept going. We finally made it home. Bad weather driving doesn't bother me. I was raised in places that you had 4 or 5 feet of snow all winter long, and unfortunately, since it doesn't happen around here, this area, they don't have equipment to handle it, and people don't know how to drive in it. To me, the weather doesn't bother me. It's the other drivers that do. You know, if I'm in bad weather and there's nobody else on the road, I'm happy as a clam. You know, you just slow down and you watch what you're doing and you're just careful. And, you know, you just take care. You'll be fine. Be prepared. Have a couple blankets in the car. Big bottle of whiskey. Which isn't really good for you. Alcohol thins the blood. So it's not good to drink when you're cold. Anyway, let's see. We need to get... Unfortunately, this is the tractor I need to use to seeder, because you saw how slow that little tractor was pulling that plow. It's going to be the same thing with the seeder. I have purchased a seeder, I believe. Let me make sure. Let's go to the garage. Make sure I got a seeder. I did. There's the horse. It's probably at the shop. I haven't used it yet, but I need this bigger tractor here to use it. So I'm going to swap out one of these other tractors with this guy. So let's see. This blue one will do, I think. Get it started. Drop this trailer, and we'll get over there in time to stop this guy that's coming in. Okay, Raymond, we're going to swap you out here. So let's just stop the driver. I can get rid of this because he doesn't need that course. And drop this trailer here and get him out of there. Get in this blue trailer here. Hook up to this one. And replace our courses. Let's see here. We need to do, again, we're going to be doing a fieldwork course. We're going to grab the Harvest Field 15. And then we're going to come back and get good old U-Tub. We'll select U-Tub down here. Get out of that. We got your 2 combined courses. Should be okay. Let's tell him to drive the course. And hopefully he's going to dump. No, he's not. All right, stop the driver. Let's go back. Get rid of our straw. Look how slow he's going. Poor guy. He can do it. It's just not the speediest piece of equipment in the garage. But we can get it done. We can get the job done. That's all that counts. Till I can afford to get better equipment. There we go. Let me get this fella out of the way. If I can find him, where's he at? Let's get him out of the way. We're going to take him to the shop and pick up the seeder. In the meantime, this guy's empty, and we'll send him back to work. All right, we're heading to the shop. Pick up our seeder. I don't have a pickup yet. I don't have a service pickup. And I don't have a lot of money. And you all know by now that I did pick up all the gold. So that's not going to help me. That's done and gone. I took my $1 million and it's gone. It's down to 200,000. But, you know, I replaced my combine. And that took over $500,000. So, you know, one piece of equipment kind of wiped out my $1 million. That in a seeder and the Hulk. I needed bigger equipment. I bought this tractor that cost me, you know, another $400,000. So that pretty much took my $1 million. All right, we'll get up to the shop here. If I'm not mistaken, the garden center, there's a garden center right next to the shop. So I think we can get seed and fertilizer there. And you know what I should do? I should buy... I don't know what that plow's doing there. I should sell that plow. I need the money. I don't know what I need that plow for. Well, I'll keep it for now. I'm not going to get anything for it if I sell it. But let's get up to this cedar here. All right, so we got the cedar. I'll tell you what I'm going to do while I'm here. I'm going to buy some weights because I don't have a weight for this tractor. Let's buy a set of these weights. Make them black, I guess. Tractor's kind of black and gray. And then, where did it put them? Did it put them inside? Oh, man, it put them inside. Okay. So let's see. I need to come in from this way. All right. We can do it. We have the technology. Back this fella up. Come on, Pigpen. We're going to go in and get our weights here. I don't know if I can get in there. Maybe I better drop Pigpen. I love Pigpen. He's my favorite. There we go. Let's put some weights on this thing. Okay. Put some weights on it. Back her up. Yeah, Pigpen. I first got Pigpen and I thought, oh my God, there's something wrong with this mod. There's something wrong with it. And I almost got rid of it. But it does a good job. And so I kept it. And now it's my favorite piece of equipment. It's just, it lives up to its name, Pigpen. Not doing it right now. I don't know what's going on. All right, we're going to run in here. And we're going to run around the back and get our fertilizer. And then we'll run inside and get our seed. Fertilizer right here. So let's grab that. And then let's run inside and get our seed. I think I can get in here. I think. There's a little bit of Pigpen that has no collision on it. Just enough that it'll let me in the building, I think. Right. Since I sold all of my wheat, I think I'm just going to keep going with wheat. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over to field 12 that we just finished plowing. And we'll do some wheat there, and then we'll run over. By then, hopefully, the straw will be picked up on 15, and we can run over there and seed that. Wow. It took my money. It took all my money. Down to 200,000. This map's a killer when it comes to making money as you start out. It just really is. It's one of those maps where I kind of wish they wouldn't give you any equipment to start out. Just give you some money so you can buy some decent equipment instead of the junk they give you to start with. I shouldn't necessarily say it's junk equipment. It's good equipment. It's just very small and weak. And, you know, you got tractors you can't pull anything with. You got a combine that only does like one row of corn at a time, you know. It's just, and then, of course, the fields are huge. So you start harvesting a field, and it takes you 10 hours to harvest a field, literally. All right, here's field 12. There's Pigpen in action. See the dirt flying? That's why I call it Pigpen. I love this mod. Lives up to its name. I don't know why I made it gray. I tried to choose a different color for it, and it almost looks like it's made out of metal that somebody didn't paint. Looks like, hey, you need to paint your cedar there. Okay, so I'm just going to hire somebody to get going here. Let's do that. Let's see who we've got working. Josh Lennon, one of my brand new patrons. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate the support. We'll let him go to work. He's going to do a fine job, I know. Let's check this fella and see how he's doing. Oh, see what I mean? I got to restart him. Stop. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Hard to say, isn't it? Right here, I think. All right, let's get going again. See if this is the place. Drive the course. I think this is it. I think this is where we left off. Cool beans. Like I said, I'm probably going to leave those 2 strips over there. I want to make sure I get the bulk of this, but I don't want to wait too long either. I want to seed this field. And I don't think that Josh is going to take too long on that field over there. So currently then, I don't have anything else to do. Do I have to plow? I think I do. No. Yes. 15 needs to be plowed. Okay. Let's get this guy started and head it over that way then. We're going to have to plow 15 before we seed. I think I might start the plowing process. How do I get out of here? Can I get out on this end or... how do I get out of here? Right there? Alright, we're going to head kind of southish, I think. All this junk on the side of the road. What the heck? I can't believe that. Junk on the side of the road like that. Who leaves junk on the side of the road like that? Okay, so where am I going? Alright, I need to head this way. I need to head over this way. We're going east, young man. I tell you, if I was a map maker, which I'm not, I can do it. That's not the problem. The problem is I don't want to. It's... well, for one thing, I've said this before, I'm not very creative, if you will. I don't want to go that way. I keep wanting to go east. I'm not very creative in that respect. I can do the work. That's not the problem. I know how to use Giant Editor. I know how to do maps and stuff. I just don't want to. But if I did, if I was a map maker, and I wouldn't attempt to do a European map because I've never been there. I have no idea what it looks like. And this is not a criticism. It's just I'm trying to make a point here. I love these maps. Don't get me wrong. But if you heard me mention all of these things where there's junk lying in the side of the roads and it's supposed to be an American map, and you don't just throw an American flag on a map and say it's an American, it's representation of what America's like. Because when I drive through the country, in the farm country, I don't see junk laying on the side of the road like this. You don't see couches in the yards and that kind of. You just don't see that kind of thing. It's so I don't know. It makes me feel like maybe Europeans think that we live in a ghetto over here or something. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, okay, I'm getting close. That's my field right over there. This thing's trying to haul the Hulk, and it's heavy. But hey, it's doing a pretty good job. What is this? Is this a Case? It is. This is a Case International. A merge of two companies. We used to have International Harvesters. Then there were Case, and they merged. So now it's Case International. All right, here's our field. I don't know. Yes, I can. I can get into it right here. Cool. I'm going to start this guy, I think, and try to make sure it catch it before it gets to the end. It catches that straw catcher. Let's dump this here. And hey, you know what I said about the map makers? I don't mean to be critical. I really don't. I applaud them for the work that they do. It's not an easy thing to do. Got to be creative. It's frustrating. You need to make sure everything works. Giant is no help. And so, yes, no, I applaud them. This is a very good map. I like it. It's, they did a lot of hard work on it. I'm just pointing silly things out. That's all. Uh-oh. What in the world is happening here? What? What's he doing? Oh, Jim didn't want to do that at all, did he? Let's try that again. Oh, no. You're kidding. They don't want to do it. Oh, am I going to have to do this by hand? No. Tell you what, though, I can't do a straight line. Let me see about fixing this thing up. All right, let's see here. Why isn't it giving me... It doesn't know the width of this thing for some reason. So... let's move it out. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to use this very long. I'm just going to use it on this one row here. So let's get on with this. Give it some cruise control. Yeah, it's not going to go any faster. That's it. 4 miles an hour. That's all it's going to do. And I can't get out of the tractor. If I do, it's going to stop. So it may take me a while to do this. I might check on the other guys here pretty quick, see what they're doing. The seeder's probably still going. Yeah, as soon as I jump out, it's going to stop. Okay, he's... may or may not be able to finish this out on his own. I'll have to come and check. So, let's get back to this. Cruise control so I don't have to hold the accelerator down. Now wait a second and see what happens with the seeder. I can't remember who was doing it now. So this is like watching paint dry, isn't it? And this is what I meant when people say, "Oh, you're cheating because you've got this huge, unrealistic plow." And I said, well, you know, if I didn't use mods like this, wouldn't you get bored of watching me just run up and down the field, you know, with something that's only plowing like 2 feet, one row at a time? It'd take me hours to do a field this big. That's no fun. Not my idea of fun. I do need a bigger tractor, though. He's doing okay, doing the best he can. You betcha he is. I like this old tractor. They're just not very Oh, is this thing set up? This is set up for a front end loader, isn't it? Isn't that what that bar there is? Good job. Getting dirty though. Can you imagine? The Hulk. John Deere Hulk. I call it the Hulk because it's big and green. It's a lean green plowing machine. Let's go check on Cedar. Okay, this is what I'm worried about. He's going to get to the end. Well, maybe not. Maybe he'll notice that he's not done. But what I'm afraid of is he's going to stop up here and think he's done. Yeah, I bet he's gonna. Yep, he's going to think he's done. So we're going to have to bring him back down. That's okay. That's what we're here for. We're managing the farm. Make sure, see what he's going to do. Yep, Josh says he's done. I've had it. It's Miller time. I'm going home. I hate you guys. I'm going home. That's what he said. That's okay. We'll get somebody else. Josh did the bulk of it. All right, so who took over for Josh? Scorpion. Scorpion took over. He came all the way from Texas to do this. I'm not quite sure where Rattlesnake Valley is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be in California, maybe? I don't know. Turn our GPS back on. Get this guy moving again. We're not even halfway done, I don't think. Nah, we're not even. Can't see the end of the field there. I can still see the end of the field here. I wish I could, leave. I don't know if I can hire somebody. Nope, they still don't want to do it. Stefan tried. He doesn't want to do it. Alright. Go back at it. 2 inches at a time. We got nothing else to do, right? Once I get this first run, though, hired workers should be able to take over. I don't know what it is. There must be some kind of AI over there that's stopping them from wanting to go. I don't know what it could be. Could be the mod. Who knows? But I think once I get the first run, they'll take over and finish it out. And hopefully, since it's so darn slow, the straw picker-upper guy will be able to finish the field out before the plow gets over there. I'm pretty sure this is really slow. And I know the straw picker-upper is going a lot faster. I wonder, looking at the map here, what field do I want to buy next? I don't know if I can afford any more fields, but I think I might start looking at 17 or 18 next. But I'm probably only going to be able to buy 19 and 20 over there. These fields are really expensive. They really are. I'm going to have to do a lot of crop before I can afford to buy another field. Okay, where's our straw picker-upper? He should be coming back here pretty quick. Beautiful day on the farm, wherever it's at. I don't know where it's at, but it looks like it's got a little bit of snow on the... frost on the pumpkin over there. So it must be northern U.S., I would think. I don't know quite where it's at. Can't be California. California doesn't have snow like that. Upper in Northern California it does on Mount Shasta, but most of California's desert. There he is. There's the straw quicker picker-upper. Okay, the Massey Ferguson is still spraying and or seeding. He's not really spraying, he's fertilizing. Wheat, fertilizer, wheat, fertilizer, wheat. All right, now he says he's transporting. I don't know how far he has to go to catch up where he's been. This is terribly boring. Oh, well, it's all part of farming, right? Farming's not always a laugh a minute. Come on. You got to do the boring work, too. Isn't that right? That's right. Scorpion, he's concentrating. He's got that glazed over look in his eye. Don't bother me. Stop it. I'm trying to drive straight. Don't mess with me. Don't wake me up. Man, he's really concentrating. No, really, I don't think I even saw him blink. Okay, we're going to have a stare down. All right, you win. I haven't got patience for a stare down. Well, I can see the end now. We're getting close. I know, it's boring, right? See, that's the only problem with using GPS. I can't stop. If I move it from this tractor, he stops. I suppose I could have done a course play route and it would have worked. But it's not necessary to do a course play route. All right, looks like Scorpion's that. Oh, this is not Scorpion. This is me. This was me, Scorpion. Oh my God, I just stared myself down. This was Scorpion. All right, well, I'm gonna take this guy and get him over to that other field, but I'm not gonna go the same way I went. How do I get there? Don't tell me you can't get there from here. There's got to be another way out of this field. What do you have over here? Fence and logs. I can't get through. There's fence around that road. Ah, fence around this field. There's got to be another way. Another way out. I think there's a way out at the end here. Matter of fact, I think I know there is, because that's the way I went the other time, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Let's go this way. We didn't go this way the last time. Go back up this way. Let's go inside the tractor and see if it's quieter. And it is. Much quieter. Look, somebody was just taking a bath and decided they were done. Left their tub out there. Maybe that's a hillbilly hot tub. Who knows? After a hard day on the field, they just get out, run to the road there, and take a bath. I don't know. But I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and call it episode here, I think. And I'll get this guy back to the other field. I know I'm going the wrong way, kind of. But I'm taking the long way around. Hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like. Share it with a friend. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you on the farm in the next episode. Happy farming.